And we'd gotten ice cream, so we're sitting there eating it, and we were giving her like bites every once in a while. But I was talking to my husband and wasn't really paying attention to her. And I feel her start moving, because she'd been gripping at my legs, and I feel her start moving around. So I look, and she's river dancing, trying to get my attention, so I'll give her ice cream.
What's she going to do when she needs to learn a pee-pee dance?
I don't know.
Because usually the stomping and the looking as if you're desperate thing is a pee-pee dance. So it's not usually, give me the damn ice cream.
I don't know. All I know is I have to say I have by far the most amazing 1-year-old. She is absolutely fantastic, and she is incredibly intelligent and has quite the personality.
She does. She's quite funny.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, do you want the next story?
I've already read 2.
I know. Okay, I'll do it. Now, I was supposed to find The Lion Sleeps Tonight, but me, in my infinite wisdom and my intense pain, picked up Hakuna Matata instead. So, there is a lion, a lion line in here, but yeah, okay. Let's get on with it. Lions more likely to eat humans following full moon, African study shows. This is from July 22nd. Lions are most likely to eat humans just after a full moon, latest research shows. Other predators such as wolves may also be their most dangerous when the moon starts to wane. The finding from an African study about 500 lion attacks on Tanzanian villages between 1988 and 2009 could explain the full moon's frequent appearance in the folklore as a harbinger of evil and disaster, the Times reported. In more than 2/3 of cases, the victims were killed and eaten, and the majority of attacks occurred between dusk and 10 p.m. on nights when the moon was waning and providing relatively little light. There were about 30% more attacks during the second half of the cycle when there was little or no moonlight. Lions hunt most successfully when darkness allows them to surprise their prey. The study, published in the online journal Public Library of Science 1, involved checking measurements of the belly size of lions and records of lion attacks kept by Tanzanian government authorities. The heightened danger after the full moon was restricted to relatively few hours of full darkness before the largest moon rises later in the evening. Lion attacks also increased during the rainy season when the moon was more likely to be obscured by clouds. The researchers said, although we are safest from lion attacks during the well-lit nights, the full moon accurately indicates that the risk of lion predation... Huh? Well-lit nights.
You said well-lit lights.
Nights. Ugh. The full moon accurately indicates that the risk of lion predation... predation? I don't know. Will increase...
Predation.
Yeah, that one. Increase dramatically during the coming days. Thus, the full moon is not dangerous in itself, but instead a portent of the darkness to come. Wahaha.
That needed, epic, thunderclap and lightning.
Yeah, just a little bit, hey? I'm thinking...
Of the darkness to come.
See, I told you should have read it.
I probably wouldn't have thought of that while I was actually reading it, but just listening to you, I thought of it.
Yeah. So I'm thinking...
Not gonna lie, when you got to the danger part, I was expecting you to act like Steve Irwin and go, danger, danger, danger!
Or like that weird robot in Lost in Space. Danger, danger, Will Robinson. Yeah. Bit crazy. But I'm thinking, okay, well, we could take that scientific study a little further. And you know what they could do in the meantime? They could also... here's an idea. They could clear out some of the jails around the world and do scientific study and figure out when lions are most likely to attack, all at the same time.
I agree. You know what else I think they should do?
What else do you think they should do?
I think that the people that need to take up this particular study, or the people that need to be the test subjects for this particular topic, should be those crappy scientists over in California that have linked everything to cancer.
Especially the ones that had the wonderful brainwave that apples give you cancer. That one was a gem.
Well, it's like you start thinking that mostly just California gives everyone cancer, because, I mean, they came out, the first one that caught me was drinking from a water hose will give you cancer. And I was like, well, if that's the case, then everyone from, like, the 80s and the 90s should be dead soon.
Mm-hmm.
Then they came out with the plastic bottles. There's a chemical, which this is true, there's a chemical in plastic bottles.
And they found it in baby bottles and things like that. So, yeah, if water...
Yeah. If water sits in the bottle for too long, this chemical will leak into it and all this. And now, the one that they're really harking on is trying to take the dark coloring out of Coke, because the dark coloring gives you cancer. I'm like, well, I'm just screwed all the way around, aren't I?
I'm thinking it's probably going to be the artificial colorings and flavorings that are probably going to give it to you, not necessarily the colorings alone. Or maybe it's the...
My opinion on it... Sorry.
You're right.
My opinion on the whole matter is, not everything gives you cancer. If you're going to listen to everything that comes out of those California scientists' mouth, realize this. They are researching all of this on a bunch of little mice who have been stuck in a laboratory, who there is no telling what they've come in contact with. It's highly likely that the lab could have given them cancer.
Yep. So, the best way to avoid cancer is to send all the California scientists to Tanzania and feed them to the lions.
Exactly.
And then we can all die in ignorant bliss.
Yes. If I'm gonna go, I'd rather not know. I would rather not be a statistic of, ooh, she drank Coke all of her life. She probably got cancer from Coca-Cola.
No, it's probably gonna be the mobile phone. But anyway, you know. Or maybe
or the laptop.
Or the broccoli.
Broccoli?
Yeah, broccoli. You know, the green little tree, leafy thing.
Broccoli.
Yeah, broccoli.
Broccoli.
Tomato.
It's frickin' broccoli, okay?
Well, I'll tell you someone who probably never ate broccoli in his damn life.
Or broccoli. I just like arguing.
Is the dude in our next story, which you're going to read.
Yay! Who never ate broccoli in his life, which is somehow relevant. God, okay. Late fashion designer Alexander McQueen leaves $75,000. No.
Yep.
Wait, yes, dollars to his pet dogs in his will. British fashion designer Alexander McQueen, who committed suicide in 2010, left £50,000 or $74,805 of his £16 million, $24 million fortune to his beloved pet dogs, according to details of his will released today. McQueen, the former infant terrible of the fashion world, who went on to find huge success with his provocative designs, left the money to ensure his dogs were pampered after he was gone. Family members, his housekeepers, and his favorite charities also received large sums in the will. The will, released after a request from Britain's Press Association news agency, said £50,000 was being left for the upkeep and maintenance of my dogs or dogs so long as my dog or dogs shall live. He left behind 3 dogs named Minter, Juice, and Callum,